I'm Christian Korob, and I am an instructor in the BDA program.
My name is Westre, and I've taught several BDA workshops.
My name is Adam Jarvie. I taught for the first time in the BDA program last fall.
Is that this is a material results oriented program. In other words, it is bringing active, experienced professionals into a teaching setting that requires that the students produce something finished and well crafted and of material outcome.
I just like the flexibility and the wide range of subjects, everything from photography to furniture design to, it has a little bit of everything while still having an architectural foundation.
A foundational set of courses that deal with design thinking, which is this kind of new way of thinking about the discipline and profession of design that has a lot more to do with a very broad-based sort of set of skills that allow you to take on complex problems, basically think systematically about a wide variety of problems and not so rigorously and narrowly on simply architectural problems. The other aspect, just besides the kind of minimizing effort, making it as easy as possible for people to change their surroundings, I think is incentivizing that change. Right, that's the inverse of it. Right, one is to minimize the effort that it takes. The other is to incentivize people to actually make those changes.
I think the flexibility of the BDA and the kind of menu of different types of courses, workshops that you can take is really great.
And I mean, this space would be a kind of a perfect place for the kinds of activity that we engage in the study of filmmaking, right? Where, again, there's that need for physicality, and you need to be able to put the storyboard stuff up on the wall, and the wall, all the wall is whiteboard, right? And you need to be able to have a auditorium presentation, okay, which means sound and sight in high quality display.
Typically, in the classes that I teach, the presentations are digital, they're slideshows. And in those cases, like on presentation days, it's often useful to use one of the basement classrooms that have a projector and that are a little darker. This room is quite bright. And once in a while, I'll bring up a projector if I need to do something, sort of short term, but it's not optimal because the room just isn't really set up for that.
Mm-hmm. More important even for the second workshop that I taught, which dealt with different techniques and topics around digital rendering, so kind of mood and atmosphere of digital rendering. So we did a lot of Photoshop work, a lot of kind of SketchUp and Cricut rendering, and there were a number of days where I wanted to do kind of in-class demonstrations. Mm-hmm. So project my screen up onto the wall and show people step by step, what I was doing in Photoshop or InDesign or Illustrator or SketchUp. And there just wasn't an opportunity to be able to do that in this space. So again, we had to go down to the basement.
Yeah, and we don't need a 40-inch plotter in this place. We need a printer, though, one that can be plugged into, and consequently a workstation that is not locked down by somebody whose responsibility it is to maintain the IT on a sea of workstations.
Some kind of implementation of acoustic paneling, baffling. I have a degree in sound engineering. Something in the ceiling, you can even have flexible acoustic implementations. So like panels that can be flipped, so one side's absorbent, one side's reflective.
Ideally, we'd be able to have that, in the space. And if I had a great website or a link that I wanted to share with people, instead of me having to have everyone gather around my little laptop screen or email it out, I could just get everyone's attention and point up to the screen and say, hey, check this out.
I'm just really excited to see where you guys take it. And I think it'll be great. Yeah, don't be timid about it. That's for sure.